It's not only your resolutions list that's getting a makeover in 2015. It's a brand new year, and so we can expect to see some brand new trends. And if you're looking for the inside track on which one of those will have the most impact on your lives, then Dion Chang is just the man to talk to you. Dion, you are basically at the epicenter of trend research, and it's quite astonishing how much the slightest changes can really affect our lives. So, for the upcoming year, how is technology and the new trends going to affect our lives?
Well, I think technology is the fastest driver of change. So you really watch the techno space to see what's going to change things. It's the biggest disruptor of businesses and change, and it's the fastest driver of change. So whatever happens on the tech, the ripple effect is what you need to watch.
So when we spoke to you last year, the big thing was all about the selfie in 2014. But as technology changes, how are we living our lives on and off social media?
I think for the past 5 years, you've seen it's been a free-for-all. Toxic tweeters, 140 characters, really abusive, really insulting. But suddenly the laws are now starting to clamp down. So we're in an interesting space in history where regulation and legislation is catching up with technological advances. And this is one example. So you can be brought to book, put in jail, charged for any abusive tweets. So be careful what you tweet.
So last year was the year of the millennial and how young people are really interacting in industrial spaces. What can we expect from the younger generations this year?
It's a really interesting time because the last 5 years or so, there's been just this huge focus just on that millennial Generation Y generation. But your next generation, they're calling them Generation Z or Z, are starting to come out of school and they're going to start moving into universities. And what I've been tracking up is that certain corporates are starting to already look and get the school leavers into their corporate culture as interns, as apprentices. But it's a very significant move. It's trying to close a skills gap, which is just widening and widening because of technology.
So being the beginning of the year, we've just come out of quite a heavy shopping period. What can we expect in terms of how we conduct our shopping and our spending from the trends happening this year?
There's two things that are really important. So the one is the evolution of social media commerce. The last year or so, you've seen this huge rapid advancement. So you're going to be very, very soon be able to shop from your social media platforms. And the other one is an interesting one and very good for South Africa is a model called click and collect. So you shop something online, but they don't necessarily deliver it to your home or your office. You go to a halfway station, literally a petrol station, a shopping mall, and there are these lockers where they will put your things and they'll send your code with on your cell phone, and that code opens the locker. And it's just a middle way of doing things. And in South Africa, where we've got such mistrust about cyber theft and online banking facilities, a click and collect model is a perfect way of doing your shopping online, but finishing the purchase when you go and collect your items.
Where are we going in terms of gadgets this year?
On the really, really forefront of the wearable tech is something called computational couture. It's a big tongue twister, but it really means that your nanotechnology is going to be infused in the fibers of your clothing. So the sports industry have been using it to monitor athletes' performances or footballers, but this is going to now slip from the laboratories onto the streets and runways. So you're going to be able to, there's already dresses or jackets with your body movement, with kinetic movement. It starts building up energy. You'll be able to take something out of your sleeve and plug into your phone if you need a bit of charging.
Oh, what?
Whether it's monitoring your vital signs or generating some kind of energy, that kind of nanotechnology in clothing is going to come through. So essentially, from smartphones to smart clothing.